Today we're going to be making meatloaf. In fact, we're making it for dinner. The oven's heating up at 350. We have before us, standby, we have one medium carrot, stalk of celery. We have meatball and meatloaf mix. Again, there's only two of us, so in order to get what I want, especially at this time when everything's hard to get, we got this mix, and it's a quarter pound, or a half a pound of meatloaf, half a pound of veal, and a half a pound of pork, which will do just fine for what we're doing. We have ketchup, we have olive oil, we have Worcestershire sauce. We have some mustard. We have better than bullion, which I'm debating putting in there. Not sure about that yet, but we'll see. We are going to shred the carrot, celery, half the onion, and use, I think, half the onion of that. We're going to saute it, and we're going to put it in the pan here. We're going to cover this pan with aluminum foil for easy cleanup, because that's what it's all about, right? Yes. Be right back. Okay, we washed the celery and carrot. We're going to remove the top. And that little tip, although probably you could grate that. I just never have, and if we were doing stock, we'd keep all that stuff on and just use that for stock, because that's what we do. And then we dispose of it after we're done cooking the bones and stuff. So we're going to make this, we're going to grate this actually, we're not going to make anything. So we're going to use the large holes on the grater. I should have just kept it single, but sometimes we get impetuous. And we're just going to grate it. Don't grate your fingers. Grate the celery. We're going to grate this and the carrot, and then we're going to dice the onion. I'll be back with the onion. The celery was a pain in the ass, so we didn't grate that. We ended up just dicing it, and we're going to go through that again and dice it a little finer, but we're going to do the carrot now. The carrot's being much more cooperative. We'll be back. But I had half an onion in the fridge, and it was beyond good use for this. However, and we're going to do this one of these days, is make stock, either chicken or beef. Save the stuff like that for stock. Save bones, save guts for chicken, save vegetables that are past their prime. All that stuff is good to throw in the pot when you're making the stock. So don't throw it away. Freeze it. So we're going to use half of this onion, because I think half is enough. If I can get the skin of it. This one has a double layer of skin, which is alright. Take half of that out. Remember, we're going to, where are we? There we are. We're going to go this way a couple times, 2-3 times, however big the onion is. We're going to go this way a bunch of times. And this is how we're going to dice. Make your life easy, huh? I'm always about easier. Don't work harder, work smarter. Somebody said that. I think it was Mike Rowe. I'm not sure. Another one of my personal heroes. Okay, we're going to take this stuff, and stand by while I wipe my hands. We're going to put this, and I should have started this already, and I didn't, into a skillet, and we're going to saute it a little bit with a little bit of olive oil. Oh my. So we'll be back when the oil heats up a little bit. Alright, here we are. The pan's up to speed, ready to go. See, the oven's ready at 350. We're ready. Throw this in 3 or 4 minutes probably. Should be enough. And if you can hear the sizzle, it's a wonderful thing. Just a wonderful thing. Sizzling away. Right there. I don't have my over the stove camera because we're not really cooking anything but this, so I thought the handheld would be fine. That's the end of the onion it didn't quite slice up, so we'll just do a little bit with that. I brought out some extras because we're just about to make the meatloaf, an egg, and the breadcrumbs. They don't have to be panko. I like them because they're a little more coarse. I think they have a little more flavor. Probably not, but I think so. So we're going to let these saute a few minutes, and we'll be back. I don't know if I mentioned it, but to have about a cup of milk too, and salt and pepper, lemon pepper naturally, because lemon pepper is my favorite vegetable. We're going to take the sauteed ingredients. We're going to stuff them down in here. We're going to take about a cup of panko. Ooh. I like panko because it has bigger flakes. I said that before, I guess, huh? So I won't say it again. I won't bore you with the same shit over and over again. I probably will, but I'll try not to. How's that work? Panko, a couple of tablespoons of ketchup. That was one. A little overly excited bottle of ketchup. We're going to put a little dash of mustard. Dijon would be wonderful. I don't have any, so I'm using the spicy brown, which I kind of like, 1 tablespoon. That's what I use normally, is Dijon. Or, sorry. What did I just say? Spicy brown. That's what I just said. Let's move this over. Tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And your meatloaf mix. And double or triple this for, you could probably get away with 4 people with this amount, unless they're big eaters, in which case you probably want more. Double or triple the recipe if you like leftovers, which I do. You want to put the egg in. We're going to put in about a teaspoon of lemon pepper, about a teaspoon of salt, of kosher salt, our milk, and I really want to put in a dollop of better than bullion. I'm afraid it's not going to mix in there. That's what I'm afraid of, but we'll see. It's about a teaspoon, not just a regular teaspoon, not a heaping teaspoon. Just add a little extra flavor. Now you want to mix this. Use your hands. Mix it nicely. Don't squeeze shit. The more you mix the meat, the tougher it gets. So we want to do this as quickly and as efficiently as possible. We just want to get it all together. And that's just about all together. It's about as all together is. I'm going to move some of this stuff, and we're going to bring the cookie sheet over, because I couldn't think of what the hell the name of it was. Mine's a terrible thing to waste, just ask me. More stuff to wash my hands. We're going to do a little bit of spray on here to help us out. We're going to form this into a loaf. We're not going to put it in a loaf pan. You put it in a loaf pan, you get a whole bunch of grease in the bottom of it, and you don't want that. So we're going to form it in a loaf. As evenly as you can, because we're going to need to take the temperature of this. Open wide and say ah. So it's probably about a foot long, close to it. Just ask Subway. And probably 3 or 4 inches tall. We're going to be putting barbecue sauce on this because I want a little barbecue. You could do a glaze of ketchup and brown sugar, mix it together and put it on top if you wanted to. I prefer not to. We're going to throw this in the oven for 35 minutes, take it out and glaze it, and then bring it out 25 minutes after that. So we're going to do 35 minutes. As I drop the phone at 350 with the meatloaf. Let's go. See you then. Oh yeah, did I say wash your frickin' hands because they're all mucked up? If I didn't, wash them. I said it a couple of times, and I want to show you that I do what I say about washing up your dishes while you're in the middle of stuff. Right now we're in the lull waiting for the meatloaf to get to 35 minutes so we can baste it. So I'm going to wash up all these dishes so I don't have to do them afterwards after dinner. So makes things a little bit easier. So I do as I say. Okay, we're just about time, as in right now, to take this out, and we're going to be coating it with, you know what I mean, with some barbecue sauce. And it looks and smells freaking wonderful. Of course it does. So we're going to shut this timer up. And I'm going to put you back up in the stand. And push you back where you can be seen. There you go. Barbecue sauce. Doesn't have to be fancy. I think barbecue sauce adds a good flavor to it. If you don't like barbecue, like I said, just do a glaze. My grandmother, when she made meatloaf, and she made a really simple meatloaf, nothing complex with vegetables and stuff in it. She used Campbell's tomato soup right out of the can. Very simple. I think that goes back to, I saw another video on that, the same type of thing, back to Depression years when they didn't have money. So I would venture that that's where that comes from, because it was a simple thing to do. Simple and inexpensive. So we're going to coat this all over with barbecue sauce. The next step is going to be 25 minutes in the oven. And then we're going to take its temperature and make sure we're at at least 160 degrees. And if not, we'll put it back in for a little bit more. So back in the oven you go, and we'll see you in a little while. Okay, 25 minutes in, total of an hour. And look at that piece of awesomeness right there. We're going to go on the side and check the temperature. And see where we are. And let's see what we got here. Well, we've hit 160, so we're in good shape. So we're going to let this rest for 10 minutes, and then we're going to slice and check it out. All right, she's rested for a while. Now we're going to cut it and taste it and check it out. It's not working out all the way I wanted it to, did it? There it is. Looks good, doesn't it? Smells good. As I said, this is dinner, so this is for real. So here's number 2. Again, staying together pretty nicely, which I'm very pleased with. Of course, I didn't take it off the pan because I'm a coward. So let's try it out. A little bit of the crust here on the side, which is always good. Wow, that's really good. Try it. I think you'll like it.